Good morning, Simon from Life to Gamble, so let's take a chance. Back at chance again today, after the Christmas break. The one major problem we had over the Christmas break was that the cover blew off chance, and because of high winds and rain, haven't been able to put it back on until this morning. But thankfully, it's back in place again, and we should hope to get the boat dry again, which is just a pain in the rear end because up until Christmas it was drying out quite nicely, but now we've got to start all over again. But that's life, and we'll have to get on with it. So today it's a matter of getting the cover back on, which I have done now, which is thankfully easy task once you got the ropes in the right place and pull the cover over the boat again. But it was a bit heavy, a bit slippy because of the ice on the boat and also the algae that had grown over the teak deck on the Christmas break, and it was just a bit slippy like an ice skating rink. But we've done it and we're there again. So now I've got to get in the boat, get the submersible pump set up in the bilge and pump the water out that's got in there over the Christmas break when all this rain has made it a bit of a swimming pool again. But that's the way it is. So the amount of job to do now is clean the bilge out again, dry her out, hopefully start to put some electrical wiring through for some lights and some sockets in her while we do the restoration in place. And that's really what I'm getting to do today, is sort of set up, get a few bits and pieces in place, and get on with the job at hand. That's all for now. Talk to you soon. Right, as you can see, we've got the bilges quite a lot drier than before now, especially this middle bilge here, and we've got this bilge here now to dry, and we've got some clearing up to do in here. And as we move forward, we have a much drier bilge in the galley area. Got a bit of water in the bottom, but that'll hoover out or dry out. And into the fore cabin, a lot drier now. Skin putting holes there. They'll need to be cleaned up and the skin fittings put back in due course. But the first thing we've got to do in here is get a good washing down of the hull all around after the paint's been removed. Let it dry out, give it a good coat of grey bilge paint all around, white undercoat and top coat above where the dark grey finishes. That's where the bunk used to start. Above it should be all white, below all grey, and then the bilge grey as well. But that's what's going to be happening in here. There you can see a bracket on the hull. That used to be for the sea toilet and the sink, which are going to go back in because down there are the sea cots, the toilet and the sink for the crew. And as we move around a bit, that'll all have to be painted up white again above the toilet and hand basin, grey below, and get rid of as much of this green as possible. But I do not like green in boats, never have, and so that's going to be removed, sanded, and then repainted grey. As we move around here, this is the hanging locker for the crew. We have a couple of shelves still in situ. These will have to come out so any hull repairs can be facilitated. And as we go down further, all needs to be painted out, cleaned up, shelves put back in, and the hole filled in the bulkhead where somebody actually put a radiator on the bulkhead on the outside at some time in the past, which will have to be removed, and all these holes have to be repaired in due course. But that's for another day. Into here now, This is the galley area. This side used to be a sink and cupboards. They'll have to go back. They'll go back in. Oh, there's a hole for the sink. Another teacup that's got to go back in the fullness of time. Now as we move round, bit by bit, past the main fore cabin again, and on this side, this is where the cooker and the galley worktop will be, which is here. The cooker will be here again. This time we'll use the cooker that was in the main cabin and put it back in the galley area where it should be, not in the main cabin, taking up valuable space. But when they put the diesel cooker back in, it will run some radiators throughout the boat, keeping the boat nice and dry in the winter. So that's what's got to be done over the next few years. Clean up, varnish, paint, and just generally make it a lot better in here. But in the meantime, what we'll do is put a temporary galley in here so we can have hot drinks and sandwiches when we're working on chance over the next couple of 3 years. Anyway, that's all in here. Into the main cabin now. This side is where the sideboard used to be, and the drinks cabinet and the hanging locker at the end, which is nearest the cockpit. Going round this way, that white panel used to be the back of the settee along that bulkhead, and there used to be a settee all the way along to the front bulkhead here. I'm moving around again. On there used to be a cooker, a heater. There you go, up and up and up and up and up and up. And you do get to eventually a vent in the roof for the cooker to exit. So that's what's going in here. Clock and barometer back where they were. So that's the main cabin. So plenty of work to get on with. So that's all in here for now. So that's all for now, folks. Bye. Right, as you see, the cover's back on chance again. Back to status quo. Inside's now dry and hoovered out again. Back for some more work in a day or so's time to carry on where I started before Christmas. Right. As you can see, it's a bit wet in there again due to the cover being off all through the Christmas break, not being able to get down here to put it back on. But it's clean, or cleaner. Still got to hoover out, get rid of the water, give it a chance to dry out in both here and the galley area. Yeah, so it's hoover the water out with a wet and dry hoover. Get on, we'll do some more paint scraping. But from there into the main cabin, you can see there's a fair amount of dirt still in here. A lot of it is just rubbish that's blowing in from outside, but this will be all sorted out in due course. So, as you see, quite a lot to do in here yet. One good thing about this bulkhead, it shows you where the cabinet used to be, that will be put in once the boat is reconstructed in this part of the boat. Going through to the cockpit now, and you see lots of water in there again due to the cover being removed, being off during the winter. Well, I suppose just Christmas break and into the new year, but now I'm back here. We can crack on and get on some of this work done now. Right, back again. It's been a bit of a job at the moment, getting rid of the water out of the bilges, as there's been quite a bit in here. Right, that's to be expected after the amount of rain and wind we've had just recently, but we're getting there. Most of it's out of the bilge now. Fresh water's not a good thing in the bilge of a wooden boat. That's what we're trying to avoid. And at the moment we're sort of halfway through the boat, done the front of the boat. The main cabin is now more or less dry. Now I've got to go into the cockpit, the engine bed area, drain out all the water out of there, then go into the aft companionway, get the water out of there, and that should be it now. The water should be out and stay out now. And now with the cover back on, tied down a bit more it should be able to dry out again. So we can get on with some of the work on the inside of the boat during these next few winter months, but it's inclement to work outside on the outside of the boat. So at the moment it's all hands to the pumps to pump the water out, get rid of the dampness in the boat again, which has been a bit of an uphill struggle just recently, but now that the cover's on again, hopefully we should start to dry the boat out again and be able to get on with some of the work inside here. The main thing to do at the moment will be to sort out the fore cabin, get the planks that need to be removed out the front of the boat, put new planks in, then work aft at the moment, and when they've got nice longer days in the early part of the spring, then tackle the starboard hand side and the transom, get that part of the boat buttoned up, get the decks back on, and make a watertight from the bottom of the boat to the waterline. So that's the next few weeks and months ahead. Get the fore cabin sorted out, then the galley so we can give ourselves hot drinks and food while we're on the boat, restoring her, and then start working back from there over the next few months. So that's what we're going to do for the next few months. If you like the videos, like the content, want to make a comment or two, by all means do so. You know where to do it, on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Patreon, any of those platforms. By all means do so. Comment away. I'd like to see your comments. What you think I'm doing right, what you think I'm doing wrong, what you think is a thankless task, a hopeless task, or I'm just mad to keep doing this boat. Either way, just comment. And if you like these videos, thumbs up please, on the thumbs up button on the YouTube videos. Every one counts to help keep doing this project and keep my spirits going through these dark winter nights and days. So also, if you're in the Walton and the Naze area, I'd like to pop along, see how we're getting on, by all means do so. The boat's in Titchmarsh Marina. I think everybody knows where that is in the area, so come along, have a cup of coffee, have a sandwich or two, have a chat, that'll do. Thanks a lot, talk to you soon.